Hi, my name's Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I'm happy you found me. And if you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Well, the main thing everybody is talking about today is the election. Yep, we have a new president that will be sworn in January. So I know there are some people who are surprised, some people who are upset, but that's the way the ball bounces. In other news, crypto is definitely moved up a notch, and they say that stocks have too, but I didn't really follow the stocks, but I do follow crypto, and that has been great just to watch them soar. It was great to see Bitcoin hit $75,000 per coin today, and I tell you what, I'm waiting for the day that it actually goes over 100,000. I believe next year will be a pivotal year for Bitcoin, maybe crypto in general. Well, we'll see. So what else can we talk about today? I really don't have much to say. It's been one of those days. I had a rough day at work, and it's just one of those days where you have to keep pressing forward, and you got to keep moving forward in spite of how you may feel. And this is one of those days where I just didn't feel well, and I still had to move forward, still had to perform, still had to do things that I needed to do. And that's life, right? We all have to. I mean, there's a lot of times that you may not even want to get up and go to work. I mean, I'm quite sure we all felt that at one point in time, except when you're doing something you absolutely love. Then you can't wait to get out of the bed. And there was a time where I had that. There was a time where I couldn't wait to go get up in the morning, and I really didn't want to go to sleep at night because I was so engulfed in what I was doing that I really loved. And I like what I do now. I enjoy what I do. So especially with the podcast. I mean, this podcast has been life-saving for me, to say the least. It is very therapeutic, and I do enjoy every time I get in front of this mic. There are times like today I just didn't really have much to say, but I get on here and I try to pass a nugget every now and then. I am like everybody else today. I am waiting to see what the new year will bring. And, I don't have a crystal ball in front of me, and I'm quite sure there are a lot of speculations out there, and I'm not going to pass any of those. I'm just curious, like the next person. I would like to see what happens. I would love to see crypto soar way higher than where it is right now. And I'm quite sure a lot of people who have invested in crypto has that same sentiment. So enough about the crypto. I know a lot of people don't really want to be hearing too much about crypto. And then, I don't know a ton about crypto to even have that conversation on this show. So I am going to talk about one thing: our mindset. When you think about the things that we do go through in life, and whether we like something, whether we disagree with something, whether it works for us or not, it's all about our mindset. I mean, we can accept the way things are, but the things that we cannot change, we must move on, accept that. We don't have to like it, but we gotta accept those things that we can't change, those things that are out of our control. We just can't handle those things. We just can't focus on those, but we must focus on how we react, how we respond. Those are the things that we do control. So our mindset is so powerful. And I just want to I just want to say this, being that the election, Trump won that election, and a lot of people are feeling some type of way. I think, to stay in a positive mind frame, or a positive frame of mind, I believe that there are things that you can't change with that election. So don't dwell on it. Just move forward. Don't dwell. You don't have to like it. You don't have to or you don't have to be down about it. Only worry about the things that you can change. So, and I think that is the most important part. There are a lot of things in life that you cannot change. There are a lot of things in life you have no control over, but you do have control over how you respond to the things that happen to you, or around you, or about you. How you respond. Let it be a positive way, because responding in a positive way will put you in a positive mood. It'll put you in a positive state of mind. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but there are questions that you can realistically ask yourself. What is more realistic for me, or optimistic way for me to look at this situation? So you want to ask yourself, am I looking at this situation in a positive light? Is there a way that I can look at it in a way to move forward in a positive fashion? Or what are good aspects about this situation? If you can't find any, I'm quite sure in every situation there is something good. We may not see it at that moment, but hey, it's a good time. Change is going to happen no matter what. No matter what we go through in life, everything is always changing. There's one certainty. We are born and we will die. But change is going to happen regardless. So how you respond to that change, try to respond to it in a positive manner. How can I look at my situation differently? Ask these questions, and do I have a negative state of mind or a positive state of mind? Is the things that I'm hearing, is it triggering a negative thought or a positive thought? Maybe you want to limit some of the things that you're listening to, whether it's social media, the news, or what have you. Try to stay in positive light. So if I'm going to impart anything, I would definitely say try to remain positive in everything. Like I said, you can't change what happened. You can't change what happens to you. Sometimes, anything that's out of your control, that's out of your control. You can't change that, but you can respond positively. So it's all about how you react or respond to what happens to you. So is it a trigger for you that will invoke something that might be negative? These are questions that you definitely want to ask yourself. Or what can I learn from this experience? That's another good question. So think about those things. Is there any positive light from what's happening to me? Why am I feeling this way? If you can't help the way you feel, question those feelings. Start asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? What good is me feeling this way going to do for me? Now that's an excellent question. And you have to be honest with yourself, brutally honest. When you're asking yourself these questions, you want to really know the answer. So that's why I say, try to stay in a positive state of mind. And if the only way you can do that is to stay off social media for a little while and don't watch the news, hey, so be it. Because your state of mind is everything. without a positive or your state of mind being on an equilibrium, you're going to be unbalanced in one way or another. Try to make sure you have a positive balance, if anything. And ask yourself, if I'm feeling negative, if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling blue, what steps can I take to feel better, to feel more positive, to be more inspired, uplifted? What steps can I take? You want to ask yourself these questions. And if you are experiencing something that you have went through and you're trying to say, God, dog, I don't know how or why I feel this way, but I want to make sure this doesn't happen again. What could I do next time? What could I do differently next time that will prevent me feeling this way? I said this many times before. Questions are powerful. And what's even more powerful than the questions are the answers. So I want you to think about these things. Again, my name is Dave. You're listening to The Last Podcast. Hey, do me a favor and share this podcast with your family, friends, co-workers, and associates. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate you, and I thank you so much for listening. I want you to be blessed throughout this week. Bye-bye.